Okay, so here we are at the beginning of day 2, and actually we're into the second game turn. We agreed that on the first game turn, the units would have pulled back overnight and weren't able to charge in. So we've completed the first moves of day 2. We have the Prussians again getting ready to assault, this time the main defensive lines of Leipzig. We have their Landwehr division moving up, taken reasonably heavy casualties in the front line. And as you can see, we've run out of little dice to use as casualty markers. We have so many units on the table. So we need to kill a few, don't we, Charlie, to get some casualty dice back. Anyway, we've got the Prussians in a position to potentially assault with their Landwehr. In the centre, the Prussians are on hold orders, and it looks like we have a French counterattack going in. So we have the French division in the centre did do an early morning assault against the village, but they were thrown back. But they're counter-attacking into the gun line, and we have the old guard potentially moving forward to be committed either still against the Austrians or against these guns. We'll see where they go. We do have a couple of falters, so the French lost 1 battalion from this left-hand division, and they have a falter test on that from artillery fire, and they had 2 units that went into retreat after their assault on the village. So we're going to have to cope with those 2 falters, but we'll come back after we've done ADCs and activations. Alright, we'll do our falter test. Firstly, this division that's holding off the Austrians. Oh no. No! Oh, disaster for the French. Right at the beginning of day 2, we've got double
you're
one.
lucky you put your guard up.
Savoir keeper. So that whole division disintegrates.
Not the division, just brigade.
That's a tragedy. Alright.
So the brigade disintegrates, but now your other brigade falters because it's in there.
So my other brigade. No! Woo! If I'd rolled another 1, half my army gone and the game would be over, and we'd have had a very quick day 2. So we've lost 1 division, but we're going to have to deploy the guard in to hold the line. So this is not good news. All right, let's move those faltering brigades and see what happens next. All right, so we've done initiative and charges. Charlie won initiative. Unfortunately, he forgot to give orders to this brigade up here, so they were in position to charge, but didn't get any orders this turn and went
It's
hesitant.
going to be fine because the building doesn't really do much to them. Like it will shoot. It might do 1 casualty, but they could be able to go in.
Yeah, they should be able to go in next turn. He decided not to charge his Landwehr because he was concerned about the defensive fire from the old guard artillery batteries and the difficulty of Landwehr pushing young guard out of buildings. Down here, his heavy cavalry was not charged because you just thought I'd formed square, didn't you, Charlie? And he wanted to remain on the defensive. The French have charged 1 battalion into the village, still trying to take it over here. And Charlie used some great Napoleonic tactics. He charged with both of his light cavalry regiments against these 4 French columns, forced 2 of them into square. Needless to say, he bounced off. He wasn't able to penetrate the squares, but he's fallen back behind his own guns, and he's now got 2 squares right in front of his artillery batteries. So great tactics from Charlie, and I don't think those squares are long for the world. Otherwise, there are no other charges for the French because they don't have any other infantry assault orders, and we're on to normal movement. We'll come back after moves are complete. All right, so we're now doing the assaults phase. We've done the artillery phase. Charlie blew away one of my squares and caused 11 casualties in the other one, so discipline test on those. Otherwise, just fairly evenly spread set of casualties. Oh yes, Charlie destroyed my gun battery that was supporting this division, so they're faltering too. Charlie gets no casualties, so the French retake this building in the centre. Some success for the French on what is looking a very dark day. All right, we'll move those and we'll start turn 3.
You're faltering. Will you get any bad things for that?
I don't think so. I still won by 2.
If you win by 1, you might get something for that.
No melee adjustment for that. So that goes in, and the French have recaptured 1 of the 4 villages. This is really looking very precarious for the French. They've got 3 brigades hesitant. This one, because the whole division went faltering last turn, and we've got the ripple effect rule that Charlie and I agreed, so we've got to do a falter test on the second element of that brigade. Got a falter test on this division because it lost a square.
We forgot my falter
which
on
is
the
our
Landwehr.
reserve. Oh yeah, you have a falter on the Landwehr, and we've got a falter down here. So I'm having to use no less than 6 of my ADCs just to try and keep my divisions in the line.
Should I get rid of my artillery assault?
Okay, yeah, I'd use that on the Landwehr because that's what you'd have done, wouldn't you? Yeah. All right, let's see how we do. We'll start with the French, and we'll go from north to south. So that's a retire. I think we'll take that. Then my battered division that's been assaulting the village, we need them to stay in the fight. A 4 is also a retire, but I think garrisons stay in place, don't they, Charlie?
Yeah.
So we're going to keep that village garrisoned, but we will take the retire order on that one. And then our other division obeys orders, thankfully. All right, so we've got
My
2
Landwehr.
retires, and Charlie the Landwehr, that's a retire. And a savoir keeper. The Landwehr disappear off the table. We'll have to use some of those limitless Prussian
They won't
reserves.
disappear. That goes back here.
They go way back there, and they stay faltering. All right, so here we are. It's looking terminal for the French. Dad's generalship is really letting us down. Anyway, so the Prussians are assaulting the left flank of Leipzig. The Young Guard are fully committed to defending that flank. There were Young Guard in the reserve there. They've moved forward to try and reinforce the recapturing of this village, given that the brigade that was attacking this village, apart from the garrison, have fallen back because they're under retire orders. We've still got a French division holding the line here, but on the left, again, another huge hole in the French position as our remaining brigade has fallen back itself into Leipzig. Our old guard have been committed to try and restore the situation. This was before their supports had fallen back. They've thrown back one assault by the Austrians and are in a position to counterattack here, but they have no supporting troops around them. They have the old guard heavy cavalry. They may be able to do something, but the old guard itself, I think, is going to get swallowed up by a Austrian-Prussian counterattack. Anyway, we'll see how this turn goes, but I don't think this is going to be a 3-day battle of Leipzig. I think it might be done by lunchtime on turn 2. On to firing. Turn 3, sorry. On to firing in turn 3 of the second day. All right, I think we're going to see the demise of the French attack, so we'll film this. I've been depressed, so I haven't been filming too much. Charlie, open fire with your Prussian guns against the flank of the old guard. Effective range, first battery.
7. Ooh.
9, and 1 bonus casualty.
Yep.
A 9 at effective range is 2 casualties and a discipline test.
That'd be 3 because extra dice. Still no minuses.
Oh, discipline test is a 6, so they go.
No, they won't.
They're elite, they won't go unformed.
Do we have any casualty dice here?
I think we're desperately running out of casualty
have
dice. All right,
one.
3, and then a bounce through on the other old guard battalion.
Please, no. Yeah, we can live to have a casualty dice again.
And then your second battery.
Yep, same target.
A 7 with an extra dice is 2 more casualties.
6.
And a bounce through. Nope. Then the old guard firing at
This one.
effective range. Yeah, sorry, the Russian heavy gun. That's nothing.
That's terrible. Those 2 against seeing them.
Okie doke. These are at these are at effective range as well. An 8 with a casualty dice is 3 casualties.
Okay,
We might as well do the second
I'll
battery.
just remember it. They're on 9. They're probably
They're
gone.
gone. That'll be another falter test. Oh my God! We longingly remember the day when we had artillery superiority in this battle.
That's what I found.
And we were hammering the Austrians, but we never managed to break anything. Now this overwhelming firepower by the Allies is just crushing the
I think
French.
with me, I could just put them in one corner. That's
Yeah,
the
they're
thing.
much more
'Cause it
concentrated.
really helped because I broke
Where ours
there.
was spread across the whole front line.
Because I broke that, I knew I didn't need too much there.
Yeah.
I can just send everything there. And just
All right,
blow.
there's all those guns done. What about your batteries down here, Charlie?
Yep. So they're gonna fire against
Them.
them.
Okay, so they'll be at effective range.
Actually, I'm gonna fight the troops in the woods, so we don't have. We can use.
No,
we can keep that casualty dice because
You've got to fire at the ones in the open, Charlie. You can't choose the harder
it's just
target.
because
Just shoot at the ones in the open.
10.
10, that's pretty good.
I don't get that casualty dice.
At effective range is 3 casualties and a discipline test.
And the next one is a 7.
So they pass it,
On the 7.
and then the 7 is 1 more casualty, so that's 4 casualties against them. Okay, and then you've got your 2 batteries down here
At the scene, always in them.
into the building. Okay, so that's a
Nothing.
6 is nothing, and
10?
the 10
What
is
is
a
it?
9. At effective range is 1 casualty and a discipline test against the young guard. The Young Guard go unformed, but otherwise just go up to 2 casualties.
And now that gun gets the same target. They were going to fight then, but
Okay.
can't. Same
Yeah.
target.
Oh no, you already did it and you had no
5.
effect, you rolled a 6. Oh right, sorry, that third battery
Yeah.
there, yeah. What did you
Nothing.
get? Nothing.
Now these ones are all going to do fight the cavalry there.
Okay, that'll be at effective range.
First one.
Is a
10.
That's 3 casualties in a discipline test. And a 6 will be
Casualty.
1 more casualty probably.
So discipline test.
Discipline test, these are elites.
Definitely retreat.
They go unformed, I think.
Yeah, they
Because
will.
that'll go up to 4. Or go up to 5 and then down 1 to 4. So I think they're alright. I
Got a
don't think they
problem.
retreat.
The white dice is coming out.
There are so many casualties on the French army. Alright, is that all your artillery fired? Okay, we're going to fire our Young Guard artillery. It's going to go against that Austrian battalion by your guns. We roll a 7, which is 2 casualties, I think, at effective range. We're going to fire our old guard. No, because we're moving again.
You might just go
we
on
might as well
form.
charge, mightn't we? We're going to fire this battery against those.
They can't. They're going
right,
in.
You're attacking. Nothing else they can fire at. We're going to fire these 2 batteries. We're going to go against that Prussian battalion, trying to break it. I'll use the blue for 1 battery and the black for the other. So we rolled a 6 and a 9 at effective range. A 6 is 1 casualty and a 9 is 2. So that's 3
Now,
casualties in a
We've
discipline
got a
test.
problem. Which one was that on?
I'll put it on that
It
one.
was in the middle.
Yeah, put it on that one.
Discipline tests, they won't part their own forms because casualties. And that's
Alright.
good. I can just retire them now.
Yeah, they'll be on 7 casualties actually, Charlie, but as you say, we are totally
Should we just retire
exhausted.
them and then get the dice?
Yes, why not?
I won't use them again.
Yeah.
I'll just take them off and get some.
He's got so many battalions, he can
Dice.
just give them up willy-nilly. All right, that's it for firing done. Have we got any close assaults, Charlie?
We have 2. The Young Guard in Leipzig
Right.
and the one here.
Okay, so let's do the Russian Grenadiers against the village.
I'm going to get 10 dice because I'm veterans in your line.
Yeah, so you start with 5, they go up to 6 because they're veterans, fall down to 5 because they're attacking a built-up area. I only get 4.
3 because you're unformed. Because you went in
yes,
last
3.
turn.
Of course, 2 casualties. Of course, 3. They do get to fight a second round.
So I'm on 5 again because casualties now.
And I'm on 2.
So it's just gotten worse for you. It's the exact same for me. If I lose
We
this,
cause 1 casualty,
good, I haven't lost it. I've broken you.
and you've broken me. That division is already faltering.
They will become a broken brigade. There's 1 brigade left there. That's the last
That
guy.
is a broken brigade.
And they'll go. They have 11
And
casualties.
they
Anyway.
go because they're faltering.
They had 11. It's fine. It won't do much.
Yeah.
It would be a
Right, so
life.
you've got
It would be a
that
lifesaver if they stayed.
So that's another French division that is collapsing. Not
Touch your
good.
dice.
And you can occupy the village.
We get an extra casualty dice.
Alright, so the Russians have occupied the village. Alright, final nail in the coffin. Can the Grenadiers break in against the Young Guard? So you get 2 attacking battalions. Both are on 3 casualties, so that's no modifier. So both get 4 dice. You've got a Grenadier in there, so that gives you a 5th dice on one of the battalions. So it's 4 and 5. I'm Grenadiers with no casualties, so I get...
Or Young Guards, not Grenadiers.
I'm Young Guard, so yeah, but they count as Grenadiers, so I get 5 dice.
Oh, that was 5.
I cause 3.
I've won.
You've captured Leipzig.
Well, not all
Or
of
part of
Leipzig.
Leipzig, you've pushed into the first bit of Leipzig, and you pushed that Young Guard battalion out. You're going to take it with your Grenadiers, I assume?
Yeah.
So you've got the tougher unit in there. I did cause how many casualties? I caused 3, so 2 go on the
I'll put the
attacking
one on Young
battalion.
Guards.
Yeah. All right, but you're now right up at the French line of retreat. All right, so I've got no more broken brigades, but I've still got 2 broken brigades this turn.
Got a false.
Sorry, 2 falter tests this turn. Yeah, I think we might have to call it, Charlie. I don't think there's much chance for the French left anymore. The Prussians are now in Leipzig. The road for the French escape has nearly fallen. The old guard are out on a limb, unable to do anything. I think they may go into those Austrians,
And this
but they're
time,
not going to break the army.
If they block the British too early, the old guard might get killed this time.
Yeah, the French really only have the guard left, so they've only got 3 brigades left and this weak brigade holding the centre here. So the French army, they're all the casualties, and they're the Prussian casualties. There are lots of Prussian and Austrian troops on the table with many casualties, but Charlie's been good at rotating his units, whereas the French have just been remorselessly pummeled. Now the Allies achieved artillery superiority. So well done, Charlie. Shake hands. Another great victory. Leipzig is yours.